publicly, but to maintain her delicate persona, she had to suppress her anger and act wronged. The brat, seeing his aunt bullied, rushed to teach the woman a lesson, but he was scared back by her icy glare. Seeing the situation turning unfavorable, the scheming woman switched to playing the innocent and apologized. Witnessing such cunning, the woman realized her naive adopted sister was no match for her. Just as she suspected, the scheming woman was also involved in her adopted sister's death. The woman's husband also arrived at the scene. He didn't even notice his wife was there, hastily checking on the scheming woman's injury. Judging from both men's reactions, the scheming woman was their childhood friend who had grown up with them. Then, the woman calmly spoke up, telling her husband she was the one who injured the woman. Upon hearing this, her husband raised his hand to teach her a lesson but froze in shock upon turning around. He never expected his wife to return from abroad so soon. He immediately suppressed his anger and asked his wife why she had hit someone. The scheming woman seized the opportunity to cling to his arm, pitifully saying, "Big sister is taking her grief over our sister's death out on me." But before she even finished speaking, the woman slapped her again. Seeing the scheming woman struck once more, the husband demanded angrily, asking why she was venting her sister's suicide on others. The woman never dreamed that the husband who pursued her for 7 whole years would turn against her for a woman like this, so she stood her ground and immediately demanded a divorce. Hearing the word divorce, the man instantly realized he would lose her as his financial support. He immediately toned down his anger and even swore on the spot to love only her for the rest of his life. Meanwhile, the scumbag man was too frightened to make a sound. Seeing both of her simps cowed by the woman, the scheming woman tried to slip away, but the woman grabbed her hair from behind and yanked hard. Just then, the woman noticed the scheming woman was wearing the necklace she had personally given her sister. She snatched the necklace, rushed to her sister's body, and a strong suspicion surged within her. Had they bullied her sister while she was alive? She had to see for herself if her sister had any injuries. The scumbag guessed her intention and hurried to stop her, pressing down hard on the white sheet to prevent her from lifting it. This only made the woman more certain her sister had been abused, as she lost control and pulled out a knife, pointing it at him. Without hesitation, she slashed the scheming woman's arm. This unexpectedly enraged her husband completely. He shoved the woman to the ground. Her head hit the floor hard, and her consciousness began to fade. In her coma, she dreamed of her sister's tragic death. When she woke up, she was already in a hospital room. Just then, her subordinate hurried in with documents the detective had just uncovered. The first thing she saw upon opening them was her sister's body covered in scars. Her legs had been broken. Those were the legs she dreamed of using to become a dancer. The woman frantically demanded to know who had done this. The subordinate reported that a year ago, the scheming woman returned from abroad and began harassing the younger sister's husband. From then on, the scumbag grew increasingly cold, even driving the younger sister into depression. But afraid of worrying her sister, the younger sister endured it silently. The final trigger for her suicide was catching the two together at a hotel. When she confronted them, the scumbag pushed her down the stairs, crippling her legs. The very next day, he served her divorce papers. In despair, the younger sister jumped from the building. Meanwhile, the trio in the morgue were plotting to cremate the body quickly. It turned out the woman's husband had known about their affair all along, yet he still chose to help his childhood friend and buddy cover the truth. They had to send the body to the crematorium before the woman discovered the signs of abuse. So the man bribed the funeral staff heavily to arrange immediate cremation. But they didn't know, the woman had mobilized all the security forces of her corporation and was storming the hospital with her team. Just as the trio was preparing to wheel the body away, the woman arrived just in time.